Hi, my loves. Welcome back to the Starscartel channel. If you don't know, I'm Star. The message I heard is I'm going to have to ask you a favor. Draw me a picture of what you want to look like. The scripture comes from Ecclesiastes 5:3. When you make a vow to God, delay not its fulfillment, for God has no pleasure in fools. Fulfill what you have vowed. You had better not make a vow, then make it and not fulfill it. Let not your utterances make you guilty, and say not before his representative, it was a mistake, lest God be angered by such words and destroy the works of your hands. Rather fear God. So here's the message. God said that he asked somebody this. And this person, this is somebody's prayer to God. God said this is a man. Somebody made a prayer to God of what they wanted their life to look like. And God started making moves and answering prayers. God said it bet not be a situation where you came to him praying and you prayed for him to send you somebody specifically, and then he sends you this person specifically, and you decide to fumble the ball, okay? Because you can't get mad if you lose out on whatever it is that you prayed for because you decided that you was playing around. It can't be both. It can't be a situation where you want X, Y, and Z while simultaneously you moving like that's not what you want. It can't be a situation where, well, I really want to, you know what I'm saying? I almost feel like this somebody that said they really want to get married and they want to settle down and they want to do this, that, and the third. They want somebody, they tired of being alone, etc., etc. Meanwhile, you still moving like you a bachelor, because any decent woman is going to feel some kind of way. Like, you know what I'm saying? It ain't going to be no situation where you saying you want a wife and you want somebody to call your own. Meanwhile, you still flaunting all the women that you messing around with in her face. Because, you know what I'm saying? I don't be personally, I ain't gonna deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Because women are very catty, and it don't matter if they know for a fact that you have no interest on making them your wife in any shape, form, or fashion. They will still take out the time, effort, and energy to make the woman that you are looking at as your wife. You thinking about making her your wife. You thinking about actually taking a relationship serious. They gonna make sure she run. Okay, and it can't be it can't be both. It can't be both. It can't be both. It can't be both. And if it's a situation where I ain't messing with nobody, I ain't dealing with nobody, what kind of friends do you have? Because is there somebody in the background that you don't even realize like you? Because let me tell you about life and how I don't have time for nobody, okay? For nobody coming trying to check me behind somebody that say that ain't even their girl. That's not their wife. That's not their friend. That's not their nothing. You know what I'm saying? This just, you know what I'm saying? This is just like, whatever it is, I almost feel like this is somebody that all I can think of, I'm so tired of getting messages about this man. I don't know what to do. And I don't know if it might not even be about him, but maybe God is just using him as an example. But I'm just seeing a man that is like messing around with a bunch of women, but claiming in his heart and praying to God that he just want one. It can't be both, because these other women are going to feel some kind of way about this one. Because guess what? If it's a situation where you are like seriously trying to pursue someone, you going to be spending a lot of time with them. You going to be talking on the phone with them. You going to be pursuing them. And you know what I'm saying? It's going to make these other women feel some kind of way. Simultaneously, if it's a situation where you're trying to appease the other women, then it's going to be a vibe where the woman that you were, actively pursuing is going to feel like, okay, he must not really like me like that. It can't be both. It can't be both. It ain't going to be a situation where you showing yourself out to the world. Nah, I'm still a player. I'm still a player. I'm still a player. But you trying to get with somebody that don't like players. Because you can't expect that she going to sit around waiting on you to finish playing. Because you know what I'm saying? Once you make that prayer to God saying that you're ready to settle down, you need to really be ready to settle down. That's what God is saying. God said it can't be no situation where you come to him saying, I promise, if you give me this, I'm going to do X, Y, Z, and then I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to do that, and you decide that you going to try to keep both. God said you can't have both. You can't, he told you something. This is somebody, and this is between you and God. It's somebody they prayed to God for something. They prayed to God that God will send them their person, or God will send them somebody, or whatever it is, baby. And God said he's getting ready. Either he is getting ready to send this person to you, or he did send this person to you. And he's saying, don't play with me now. Okay. Don't let it be a situation where I send my daughter your way and you leave and you send her back to me crying, running, screaming, and wishing that she would have never went towards you. It can't be both. And you know what I'm saying? You can say what you want to, but when you got a gang of women stalking, harassing, and you know what I'm saying, humiliating a woman that really was just trying to, you know what I'm saying, build a relationship with you, it's going to cause confusion, because she's like, why are all these women randomly and dryly attacking me? What did I do to them? And why are they being so mean? God said it can't be both. It can't be a situation where you saying, nah, I'm gonna be with such as, nah, I want somebody like that, just like this way. And then God send you that, and you like ridicule her for being the good girl that she is. You ridicule her for being the way, like that's not fair. God, and it can't be, you can't expect that she gonna stick around. You can't expect that she's just gonna take it. You can't expect that she's just gonna, like, no, nobody is just gonna sit there and allow you, like, allow a man and his gang of thoughts to bully her, basically, because that's what it sounds. It sounds like this is a man that has been a player for a long time, and he got a gang of women around him that rock with him, and he is trying to pursue a woman that don't move how these other women move, and they feel some kind of way. And God is saying, like, you know, you gonna have to figure it out, okay? Okay, God said, figure it out, player. Because it can't be a situation where these women that you have no interest in spending your life with is attacking a woman that you thinking about it, or you assuming, or maybe, and oh, is this the one? Baby, because it'll be a vibe where you would never know, because she's going to leave running. She is going to, who is going to stay and deal with that? You know what I'm saying? Even when it comes down to it, I just feel like, even when it comes down to the messages that I have been receiving, that, you know, about men that just insist on cheating and insist on playing the field, and got, you know, these mistresses that are so nasty and so vindictive and so mean. And it's like, it can't be a situation where you coming to me and telling me that you're pursuing me and you really want to be with me, but I'm just gonna have to accept it for what it is. Like, no, what are you talking about? How is it that I'm somebody that's important to you, and you care about me, and you want to be with me, and you're actively pursuing me, and you thinking about being with me forever, but these women that eventually you gonna have to leave them, you more concerned about them and their feelings than you are about me and mine? I'm gonna assume that you care about them more than me, which that may be the truth. Because if you've been rocking with them longer than you've been rocking with me, I would get why you be like, I mean, I'm a complete stranger to you. And I feel like that's why, you know, this is the kind of situation where I don't see how that's going to work out. And I feel like that's exactly what God is saying. It's a vow. You made a vow. You made a promise to God that you was going to turn away from a certain kind of lifestyle or a certain kind of way of living in order to pursue another one. You told God exactly how you wanted your life to look. And it can't be a situation where you are expecting that somebody is just going to accept abuse, because that's what this is. It can't, like, you know what I'm saying? This is abuse, okay? And I understand it's not physical abuse. This is emotional abuse. Like the heartache of trying to pursue someone, trying to be with someone, and like actively. And while you are actively trying to be with this person and you're actively trying to give your heart to this person, every time you turn around, somebody is making fun of you and ridiculing you and like, ha, he really likes me, not you. And he really wants to be with me, not you. And he really, because I can't stunt. Me personally, if it's, I'm gonna look at how you react to it. And if it's a situation where you laughing along with her and you know what I'm saying, winking and, you know, all that, I would be like, oh, well, I guess he do. You know what I'm saying? And I would move around. And it can't be those situations where you coming after me like, why'd you leave? Why'd you move around? You know why. You hurt my feelings. I'm not a thought. So it's not a situation where I have tough skin and it's not going to hurt my feelings if I see you with somebody else. And I don't care if I know it's going to hurt my feelings. It's going to sting because I'm not sleeping around with a bunch of people. So when it comes to this, and this is why I got my golden blocks all around my heart. And I really don't even want to let nobody in there. And that's the message. God said, nah, it can't be both. It can't be both now. It can't be both. And it can't be a situation where you done went to God promising him that you going to do X, Y, and Z. And if you do, you going to do this, that, and the third. As long as he do it. Baby, God said, if you come to him and you ask him for something and he gives it to you and you don't keep up your end of the bargain, you can't get mad if you lose this thing. And that's the message. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Deuces.